Hello, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the group by method in Pandas. So we'll start off by loading in Pandas and loading in the Pokemon data that we worked on a while ago. Next, to make some of these concepts a little easier to understand, I want to take just a subset of the data. We're going to make our data set a lot smaller. We're only going to get the first 20 rows and only the columns from type 1 to defense. There we go. Now, let's actually talk about group by for a minute. One question we might have for this kind of data is, what is the average HP or the mean HP of grass? What we could do is we could filter by grass, so there's only grass rows in our data set, and then find the average HP. But then what if we want to find the average or the mean of grass as well as fire, as well as water, as well as bug, like find the average of each of these different categories in type 1. What we can do is we can group them by that category and then find the mean for each of those groups. So let's try that out. We're going to use subset.groupBy type 1, and then we're going to find the mean, or whatever aggregate function we want. So there we go. We have bug, fire, grass, normal, water, and then the mean HP, mean attack, and mean defense. So it's giving us the mean for each of our numeric columns. Notice it's not giving us anything for the type 2, because that's also categorical. So we don't just have to do mean. We can also we can do the sum. We have, the sum of all the HPs for bug. Like everywhere it says there's a row that is bug, it adds up all of those HPs and all those attacks and all those defenses. We can also get the count. Notice that this one is actually going to include type 2. And let's look at what's really going on with that. So we have grass, and it's going to count every time there's anything in this type 2 spot. So grass, we have it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and here grass is 4. So really, we're getting essentially just the number of times grass appeared, which isn't terribly useful for us, but it's something to be aware of. Next, we can use not just one, but many aggregate functions like max, min, mean, and sum all together by calling this aggregate, or ag method, and then passing in a list of all the aggregate functions we want. So what we can do is look at that. And this is warning, it's just telling us that it can't do it on aggregate functions on type 2, because that's categorical. So now we have HP for max, HP for the min of HP, the max of HP, the mean of HP, and the sum of HP. Then for attack, we have the max, the min, the mean, and the sum. And for defense, we have the max, the min, the mean, and the sum for each of these categories. Now, we now have like 2 layers of columns here. That gets a little weird. So what we can do is reassign the columns. What we're going to do is look through every column in our new grouped data frame that we made and get its values, and then we're going to join them together. So we're going to get like HP and max and join them together with a underscore, and then we're going to get HP and min and join them together with an underscore, and so forth. And we're going to use strip to get rid of any white space. And so we'll look at what that looks like. And now this is a lot cleaner. Now we can actually group by 2 things at the same time. So we can group by type 1 and type 2 and find the mean. Let's look at what that looks like. So this is basically giving us every combination. So here we have everywhere there's bug and flying, the average or mean HP is going to be 60. Every time there's bug and poison, it'll be 53. Every time it's fire and dragon, it'll be 78. Every time it's fire flying, it'll be 78 again. Then grass, we can see, only ever gets paired with poison. So we only have one thing for grass, which is poison. So that's them together. And it's 66. And then same with normal and flying. They're always together. So we only get one. All the combinations is just one set of combinations. Now, this double layered indexing is not real great. It makes it a little difficult to work with. So there's a few ways to get out of this situation. But one is to just say as index equals false when we're doing that, creating that grouping. And so when we do that, then it just gives us a normal index. And then we have type 1 and type 2 for each combination. So bug flying, bug poison, just like we add up here, bug flying and bug poison. And that's really it for group by. Thanks for sticking around to the end of this video. I know in the last video I said that the last video is going to be the last one, but I realized there was some more content that I really thought you should know about. So that's why I'm making this video. So yeah, thanks for sticking around to the end.